In 1943, Hitler's fortress Europe seemed impenetrable. The Allies desperately needed to invade. The next logical step was invading Sicily, but the problem was the Germans knew it. German High Command was already reinforcing Sicily, anticipating the exact Allied move. To save thousands of lives, the Allies had to misdirect the entire German army. They needed a plan. The plan came from a bizarre idea, using a dead body to carry false papers. They secretly obtained the body of a homeless man who would become Major William Martin. MI5 began creating a fictional life. First, an official military ID card. They added personal pocket litter, theater tickets, keys, and receipts, all carefully fabricated. To make him real, he needed a personal life. They created a fiancée named Pam. A female MI5 agent wrote fake love letters, creating a passionate backstory for the Germans to find. They even included an angry bank letter, a human flaw to make him perfectly believable. Finally, the most critical piece, a locked briefcase chained to his wrist. Inside the briefcase was the bait, a fake personal letter between two top British generals. The letter carelessly hinted that the real invasion targets were Greece and Sardinia,
Operation Husky is a feint,
and that the upcoming attack on Sicily was just a diversion.
Rerouted as planned, sir.
The body, dressed in full uniform, was sealed in a special steel canister. The canister, marked optical instruments, was secretly loaded onto the submarine HMS Seraph. The submarine crew was ordered to treat the secret canister with the utmost respect. Near the coast of Spain, the captain read a psalm as Major Martin was released into the sea. Hours later, the body, with its vital briefcase, was discovered by a Spanish fisherman. The body was quickly handed over to the Spanish authorities, who noted the important-looking briefcase. German agents in Spain, led by Karl Erich Kuhlenthal, immediately pressured the Spanish to access the documents. The Spanish secretly opened the top-secret briefcase for their German allies. Every single fake document was carefully photographed by German intelligence. The photographed documents were urgently sent to German High Command in Berlin. The personal items, like the letters from Pam, convinced the Germans the documents were real. The intelligence was presented to the German leadership as a massive success. Orders were given. Experienced panzer divisions were moved away from Sicily to defend Greece. On July 9, 1943, the real invasion began. Operation Husky, the invasion of Sicily.
Keep moving! Up the ridge!
The Allies stormed the beaches of Sicily, bracing for heavy resistance. But the main German and Italian defenders were completely surprised, expecting the real attack in Greece. Back in London, the intelligence team received a simple message: mincemeat swallowed whole. Thanks to the deception, Sicily was conquered in just 38 days, far faster than expected. By the time the German panzers in Greece were rerouted, it was already too late. The loss of Sicily directly led to the downfall and arrest of Italy's dictator, Benito Mussolini. The German High Command finally realized they had been tricked by a phantom army. This incredible deception saved thousands of Allied lives and shortened the war in Italy. The body was returned to the Spanish and buried with full military honors as Major William Martin. To support the fiancé story, they included a jeweler's receipt for an engagement ring. They even created a fake letter from his father, scolding him about his finances. His uniform couldn't look new. The team carefully aged it to look worn in battle. Every single item was placed on the body, creating a perfect fictional human being. The plan had a massive scientific problem: how to preserve the body for its long journey. MI5 hired Britain's top pathologist, Sir Bernard Spilsbury, to solve the puzzle. Spilsbury determined the body must appear to have died from drowning, consistent with a plane crash at sea. The body was sealed inside its special steel canister, packed with dry ice to keep it perfectly preserved. Once the body was found, the British began the next phase, the diplomatic game. Top secret messages to their own naval attaché in Spain. This panic was a performance, designed to be seen by German agents in Madrid.
Time is running
The
out,
British
General.
officially
You must have a decision
demanded
now.
the Spanish
Your
return
neutrality
all
hangs in the
sensitive
balance, sir.
documents
I urge you to consider the
immediately.
repercussions.
After days of diplomatic pressure, the Spanish finally returned the briefcase to the British. The briefcase was immediately flown to London for forensic inspection by the MI5 team. The British had set a tiny secret trap, a single eyelash placed inside the main letter. When they opened the letter, the eyelash was gone. The Germans had read everything. Even after the Sicily landings began, German leadership was convinced it was just a diversion. For 2 critical weeks, Hitler kept his best panzer divisions waiting in Greece for an attack that never came. The planners, like the MI5 clerk who posed as Pam, had no idea how successful their plan was. For Ewan Montague, the leader of the plan, it was the greatest intelligence deception in history.
The defenses here of the
Amazingly,
Peloponnese were strong,
even after the war,
but
the
the
Germans
resistance was
still
better
didn't know
organized
the
than we
documents
anticipated.
were fake. The operation remained one of Britain's most guarded secrets, locked away for nearly a decade. The true story was finally revealed in 1953 in a book written by Ewan Montague himself. The incredible deception soon became a famous Hollywood movie, sealing its legend. For decades after the war, one mystery remained. Who was Major Martin? Finally, in 1996, evidence revealed his true identity: a Welsh homeless man named Glyndwr Michael. He was a drifter who tragically died in London after ingesting rat poison. His anonymous death made him the perfect candidate, the secret hero of the entire operation. Glyndwr Michael was a forgotten man from a small, poor mining town in Wales. For decades, only the planners knew that this anonymous man had saved their nation. After his identity was proven, the British government added his real name to the grave. Today, his grave finally bears his true name, acknowledging the Welshman who changed history. Mincemeat was the blueprint. It proved that deception could save thousands of lives. The German failure in Sicily is still studied as one of the most complete deceptions in military history. A man who had nothing in his life gave everything in his death without ever knowing it. The final act of a secret war, giving his name back to the man who never was. The story of
This is the
Operation
crucial
Mincemeat
document,
lives
the
on,
proof that Major
a
William
masterclass
Martin
in
existed.
psychological
But
warfare.
as we now know,
A small tribute now stands in Aberbargod, Wales, honoring the local man who changed the world. His grave remains a site of pilgrimage, a quiet reminder of a loud war, a single silent life, adrift on the waves, who turned the tide of the war. Mincemeat didn't just win Sicily, it opened the door to the invasion of mainland Italy. A chain reaction started by one body that helped lead to the final victory in Europe.